Zell Boy Army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. This is the third video in a series where we look at this icon scandal that has rocked FIFA in the last week. Today we are going to look at another response EA have put out about this. So in the first video we talked about what this icon scandal was. Basically, if you've missed these videos, it was one where people were going to private EA employees and spending real money, not like on FIFA points, but paying someone like $1,000 to put two Team of the Year or moment icons in their account. $1,400 they could get free moment icons. $1,700 they could get free moment icons and two Team of the Years. I think we can say at this point safely that this is definitely true and has definitely happened, basically, because would not be tweeting about it or saying about the action that they're going to take if something like this hadn't happened. Let's look at EA's response. So I did a second video where we looked at this basic story. EA basically here said they're aware of the allegations going around, blah, blah, they don't like this, blah, blah, blah. It's not good for the game. And then they did an important update last night, pitch notes. So we are going to read this pitch notes. Can I get rid of that? It's not letting me get rid of the manager preference. You just have to put up with that. Anyway, the pitch notes. So pitch notes are like, I'm going to refresh that. It's annoying me. Okay. Pitch notes are basically like a more in-depth version of EA communicating to us about FIFA. If you haven't seen it before, you should always follow, by the way, EA Sports FIFA, and specifically EA Sports FIFA or EA FIFA Direct, something like that. It's a Twitter account where they give us lots of updates. Because this one's such a serious thing, though, I guess they've done it through the main FIFA account. I'm going to read through it. An update on our player item investigation. Earlier this week, we were made aware of suspicious activity relating to highly rated content in FIFA Ultimate Team. We learned that FUT items are granted to individual accounts that did not earn them through gameplay, i.e. by opening a pack, purchasing through the transfer market, completing a reward challenge or other engagement. It appears that one or more EA accounts which were either compromised or being used inappropriately by someone within EA directly entitled items to these individual accounts. So where they say it appears that one or more, EA are obviously using certain legal jargon, but I think they've basically accepted and confirmed that this has been going on. They said that about suspicious activity, the highly rated content's obviously the moment icons and Team of the Years, saying that people haven't earned these through packs or buying them through the transfer market. Let's just cut the bullshit out. These accounts that have been giving these cards, they weren't compromised. They were not compromised. If it was, EA would just say they were. It's quite obvious if EA are accepting that this has been going on. Someone at EA, or more than one person, I don't think EA will ever tell us, has been making some money on the side by giving people these items for real life money. So that's obviously been going on. They've been abusing their access and power at EA. While a full investigation is underway, we wanted to share an update on the issue, including what we've learned today, an overview of the FUT content granting process. So honestly, I think it's good that EA are giving updates on this issue. EA being transparent is good. I still think that this situation, if they don't actually give something back to the community, like some make right, whether like free moments icon pack, the game's midway through, like it's only got a few months left before the game's really dead. I don't think it would be out of order for EA to give something like that back to the community. The actions were taken to tackle this serious problem. So again, they basically confirm it's happened. The alleged behaviour, they're still saying alleged, but the other writings basically confirmed it, saying we no way condone granting or purchasing player items in exchange for money. I mean, it's kind of rich coming from a company that say we don't condone granting or purchasing player items in exchange for money, whereas people can exchange money for FIFA points to eventually get these items. EA just don't like it when they don't get the money firsthand. Interesting that. This practice runs counter to the game's competitive integrity. Honestly, it's a good chuckle reading some of this. It runs counter to the game's competitive integrity. Are they having a joke here? They must be having a joke. So it ruins the game's competitive integrity that people can buy these items privately for real life money, but it doesn't ruin the game's competitive integrity when people can spend an absolute fuck ton of money on FIFA points. Honestly, it's unbelievable. EA needs some self-awareness here, jeez. It's a violation of EA's user agreement, yeah, fair enough, and it is not something we tolerate. We do not allow the trade or sale of items outside our game for many reasons, including that it would create an unequal playing field for our community, like FIFA points do. FIFA points clearly create a very unequal playing field for our community. If someone spends $5,000 on FIFA points at the start of the game and starts the game with mid R9, mid Hullet, Dini or Zidane, Maldini, and then someone's rocking normal Joe Gomez at the back, that's a bit of an uneven playing field. Don't get me wrong, I have no issue with people spending money how they want, but EA can't seriously be sat here talking about the game's competitive integrity and an unequal playing field for our community when they literally encourage, they do promo packs, promos to get you to spend money. The whole Ultimate Team mode's built around an unequal playing field that EA make money off of. I'm actually in disbelief that EA have that little self-awareness to be able to write this shit. This is crazy. How can they even say this type of stuff? Our initial investigation shows questionable activity involving a very small number of accounts and items. Although it's not a large number, if these allegations prove out, which they will, this activity is unacceptable. I think it is unacceptable because it shouldn't be that other people spending their money and not being able to get these cards, but then people can go privately on some icon black market. But the whole system's unacceptable. The whole unequal playing field, lack of competitive integrity with FIFA points is unacceptable. EA need to address everything, not just this because it doesn't. The only reason EA care here is because they're not getting the money. We want to thank our committed community members for bringing the issue to our attention so quickly. You're welcome, EA. Next, let's be clear about what will happen now. When our investigation is completed, we will take action against any employee. Yep, obvious. Any items granted through this illicit activity will be removed from the FUT ecosystem. Don't surprise me. EA will permanently ban any player known to have acquired content through these menus or through these means. I'm not sure about what I think about that one. I've been going back and forth about it. I don't really know. What do you guys think? Do you think people who've bought these icons privately deserve a ban? I'm not sure. Do they deserve a ban just because they bought stuff in the game without spending FIFA points? I don't know. I'm really not sure what I think about that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Regardless of these actions, we appreciate how concerned this is to all of our players, and we apologise for the impact of these improper grants. Rather than just apologising and giving this update's good. But rather than just apologise, give us an actual something that makes it right. We're extremely annoyed and frustrated that this practice might have come from within EA. Yeah, rightfully so. That's good that EA would say that. We're angry too. Yeah, you're probably mostly angry because you're losing money. We know that the trust of our community is hard-earned. I don't think the community trusts EA whatsoever, and is based on principles of fair play. Fair play doesn't exist in FIFA 21. This illicit activity shakes that trust, that well-established trust. We've also been clear since the creation of Ultimate Team that items cannot be exchanged outside our game. Yes, because you lose money, and that's key to how we keep our game safe from manipulation and bad actors. EA are the ultimate manipulator and bad actor when it comes to Ultimate Team and the market. This is a breach of that principle as well, and we won't let it stand. What is content granting? I'm not going to go too in depth for this, but basically, this is how EA are able to. EA are able to give people cards. They give it to people to test. They give it to athletes, partners, blah blah. I don't mind that. That's fine. What's happening now? We've launched an investigation, narrowing how this may have happened and identifying those accounts which have received content through this illicit method. We will permanently ban any accounts. Still not sure what I think about that. I can see pros and cons to it, as receiving items transferred nefariously. And we will suspend all discretionary content granting for an indefinite period. I mean, makes sense. Once again, we highly value and appreciate the commitment and support of the FIFA community in helping identify this issue. We will continue to provide updates as the investigation progresses towards conclusion. I'm glad that they say they're going to provide more updates. I really do hope they do some make right for the community. And honestly, it's not that I care to have a moment's icon pack. It's just showed that EA actually, we're sorry. You guys deserve better. Here's a reward for putting up with this, sticking with us. For me, honestly, like a lot of the things they say here is good, but the main thing that this all comes back to is FIFA points and the ridiculous system, unequal playing field, to use EA's own term, that they've set up themselves. That is on EA. That is EA's fault. People would not be going privately and spending literally over $1,000 to get these cards if there wasn't an unfair system in the first place. If these cards were accessible and people are able to get them, they would just do that through normal means by buying them in-game. If you want to go buy a Moments R9 right now, you can't even see him. You can't even find him on the market. That's how ridiculous EA's pay-to-win system is. A lot of these issues that they say come from within EA already do come from within EA. The FIFA point system that they choose to use for the game. For me, the FIFA point system and the lack of accessibility of these items are what's caused this, and EA need to address that, and it's a disgrace. And this unequal playing field is stupid, and I hope EA do something about it. But will they? Probably not, because it'll affect the bottom dollar. Anyway, that's my opinion on this piece. Let me know what you guys think about it. Appreciate you guys always. Thank you for the support. Keep it spicy.